Thank you, the Chief Secretary. Thank you, members of the Fourth Estate. Cabinet considered and approved the proposed Artificial Intelligence Strategy Framework, which is aligned to the National Information Communication Technology Policy, which was presented by the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Honorable Dr. Frederick Shawa. Cabinet wishes to advise that the Zimbabwe National Artificial Intelligence Strategy is also aligned to the National Development Strategy 1 and the Smart Zimbabwe 2030 Master Plan, which is aimed at driving economic growth through industrialization by promoting the adoption of artificial intelligence technologies in key sectors such as manufacturing, agriculture, mining, and services. It focuses on modernizing Zimbabwe's economy and transitioning from a resource-based economy to one driven by technology and innovation. It emphasizes on developing digital infrastructure such as high-capacity fiber networks and 5G technologies, as these are essential for enabling AI adoption across various sectors of the economy. Cabinet received and approved the renaming of the headquarters of 1 Infantry Brigade headquarters in Bulawayo District and the Zimbabwe School of Infantry Army Barracks, which was presented by the Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, Honorable Ziyambi, who is also the acting chairperson of the Cabinet Committee on Place Names. Following the promulgation of a Defense Cantonment Notice of 2017 and the subsequent renaming of Headquarters 1 Infantry Brigade, Headquarters Bulawayo District, and the Zimbabwe School of Infantry, Cabinet has now directed that the Army Barracks should retain their original names. Accordingly, Headquarters 1 now retains the name Kumalo Barracks. Headquarters Bulawayo District retains the name Imbizo Barracks, and the Zimbabwe School of Infantry to be renamed Lookout Masuku Barracks. Cabinet also wishes to advise that upon the completion of the Mbudzi interchange, it will be named Trabablas Interchange in recognition of the visionary leadership of His Excellency the President Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa. Cabinet considered and approved the Tourism and Hospitality Industry Policy, which was presented by the Minister of Finance, Economic Development and Investment Promotion. The framework is tailored to promote and develop a robust tourism and hospitality industry ecosystem as envisioned by the Constitution of Zimbabwe and the Tourism Act Chapter 14.20. The policy is underpinned by 6 primary goals as follows: the utilization of innovative frameworks to accelerate tourism and hospitality industry development and promotion, strengthening human capacity development in the tourism and hospitality industry, developing a robust physical and digital infrastructure for the tourism and hospitality industry, strengthening a facilitatory, legal and regulatory infrastructure for the tourism and hospitality industry, developing and utilizing innovative and stable financing infrastructure for the tourism and hospitality industry, and fostering regional and international cooperation to grow the industry. The policy framework will be supported, among others, by a robust institutional framework for coordination, monitoring, and implementation modalities. Cabinet received a report on the implementation of the 100-day cycle priority projects for 2024 as presented by the Minister of State for National Security in the Office of the President and Cabinet, Honorable Lovemore Matuki. Cabinet highlights that 367 projects were implemented in 2024 and the achievements were recorded, particularly in manufacturing, social protection, and infrastructure sectors. Progressive delivery of affordable and decent accommodation remains a priority of government working in partnership with various contributing partners in the public, private, and non-governmental sectors, including local communities. The digital economy continued with the aim of bridging the digital divide between the urban and the rural populace. Food and nutrition thematic area improved food sufficiency, culminating into the reduction of food insecurity being perpetuated by climate change-induced drought. The rest of the sectorial performance across the 14 thematic areas of the National Development Strategy 1 will be publicized and disseminated for the information of citizens. Cabinet received and approved the implementation plan for the Presidential Rural Solarization Project, which was presented by the Minister of State for National Security, Honorable Lovemore Matuki. Cabinet approved the Presidential Solarization Project, which is a livelihood initiative aimed at providing sustainable renewable solar energy to household beneficiaries in the 8 rural provinces of the country. The project targets approximately 200,000 beneficiaries a year and will run for a period of 5 years, starting from 2025. The Rural Infrastructural Development Agency will oversee the implementation of the project through an interministerial steering committee architecture comprising experts from local universities. The project will be financed by the government of Zimbabwe and other stakeholders and will provide affordable but advanced solar technologies to power gadgets such as light bulbs, radios, television, phone chargers, laptops, small refrigerators, submersible pumps, and Wi-Fi. Local youths and women will be trained to participate in the installation program, which will be implemented in the districts and villages across the 8 provinces of the country. Cabinet received and noted the report on His Excellency the President, Dr. Idi Mnangagwa's visit to the SADC headquarters on the 13th of December 2024, which was presented by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade. His Excellency the President, Dr. Idi Mnangagwa, who is also the chairman of SADC, together with the President of Botswana, Advocate Duma Gideon Boko, received the SADC headquarters building from the Bongo Investment Proprietary Limited. The building had been governed through a build, lease and transfer public-private partnership agreement between SADC and Bongo Investments and the government of Botswana as a guarantor since 2003. His Excellency the President, who is also the chairperson of SADC, together with the President of Botswana, also officiated at the SADC groundbreaking ceremony in terms of the standby Force Regional Logistics Depot in Rasesa village. The Regional Logistics Depot will support regional peace and humanitarian missions under the African Union Standby Force Policy Framework. Cabinet received and noted the report on the 29th Conference of Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change held in Baku, Azerbaijan which was presented by the Minister of Environment, Climate and Wildlife, Honorable Dr. Stembiso Nyoni. Zimbabwe's delegation to the Conference of Parties that took place from the 11th to the 22nd of November 2024 successfully negotiated the resolution, among others, of the Loss and Damage Fund, the collective quantified goal on climate finance, to a value of 1.3 trillion annual budget financing by 2035 to fight climate change, the roadmap for the National Climate Change Adaptation Plan, and the implementation modalities for full-scale implementation in terms of carbon trading under Article 6 of the Paris Agreement. Zimbabwe and other developing countries succeeded in securing a commitment by developed countries to channel funds focused on climate change. The COP29 proffered a number of declarations aimed at enhancing its vision, including COP29 Truce Appeal, the Global Energy Storage and Grids Pledge, which Zimbabwe is already customizing. The platform provided an invaluable opportunity for the country to showcase the National Adaptation Plan to a wider audience. Going forward, Zimbabwe will continue to review outcomes of the COP29 and to formulate strategies that best suit our national aspirations, especially the just transition. I think.
Thank you very much, Minister, for presenting today's guidance. Now, as a government, just to give also to budget and use the super fund
Thank you, Chief Secretary. The first question from Bruce: what effect does the new policy have in terms of the numbers, in terms of the visitors? Over to you, Minister of Tourism.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Thank you very much, Bruce. So, the policy itself is doing two things. Develop tourism through infrastructure, whether physical or digital, or any other innovative methods. Number 2 is to promote our destination Zimbabwe through the same. However, it is put in place to give direction, to give guidance to the operators on what they should do or what they should follow as a policy of the government in everything that they do. So when it comes to infrastructure, we all know that we need more infrastructure in our country, particularly our tourism city in Victoria Falls. We have a huge shortage, and across the country. But we are now building new infrastructure, physical infrastructure, following the policy and following the new trends and following the President's Vision 2030, as well as the direction that he has given in his NDS1. If you look at the older policy, it was not speaking to that. So what emulated us to do a new policy was more about his vision and about his strategy, but more so about the UN Agenda 2063 Sustainable Development Goals, which speaks to the communities, which speaks to going green, which speaks to inclusivity. Now visitors, Bruce, some of them, when they decide a destination to go on holiday, they are looking at all these things. What does Zimbabwe do within their ecosystem in tourism? If they know that we are following this, it prompts them to say, there I can go, because they work with communities, because they are going green, because they are preserving their ecosystem. So those are some of the things that have prompted us to have this new policy. But the physical infrastructure is what will promote the numbers and how we do it according to the guidance that we give to our operators. I submit.
Publishing broadcasting services will provide the transport to take you through all these provinces so that you get to see. You remember when the president also, as government, when we came up with the ZIG, for the first time in more than 40 years, we had an opportunity to visit the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, to be able to see the gold reserves and even to touch. So we're an open government, very transparent. So Comrade Chabata, you should come and participate, especially on the provincial tours. If you want us to deal with Mazo or any other lecturer, we will be in a position to respond to any question. Thank you so much.
Thank you.